Imagine a world where the hammer and sickle never flew over the Kremlin. A world where the White Army emerged victorious in the Russian Civil War. How different would our world be today? The Russian Civil War, a brutal conflict between the Reds, the Bolsheviks, and the Whites, the anti-Bolshevik forces, has shaped the world as we know it. But let's delve into an alternate reality. Let's explore the potential consequences if the white side had emerged victorious. In our world, the Reds won. But what if the Whites had triumphed? The Russian Civil War was a turbulent period, marked by the fall of Tsarist Russia and the rise of the Bolsheviks. Its roots trace back to the 1917 Russian Revolution, which overthrew the Tsarist regime and brought the Bolsheviks to power. This led to a bitter power struggle between the Red Bolsheviks and the White anti-Bolshevik forces, sparking a brutal civil war. Battles raged across the vast expanse of Russia, each side vying for control. But what if this struggle had ended differently? In an alternate timeline, the White Army triumphs over the Bolsheviks. This victory would have fundamentally reshaped Russia, and, by extension, the world. Instead of a communist government, imagine a Russia that continued under a non-communist regime, perhaps a constitutional monarchy or a democratic republic. The Russian Empire, instead of dissolving, could have been preserved, perpetuating the centuries-old traditions of the Tsarist era. The geopolitical implications of this alternate scenario are equally fascinating. With no Bolshevik revolution, there'd be no Soviet Union to act as a beacon for global communism. This could have drastically altered the power dynamics during the World Wars and the Cold War. Would the ideology of communism still have spread as widely without a powerful Soviet state to champion it? Could conflicts have been avoided, alliances shifted, or new global powers risen? The ripple effects of this alternate victory would have been far-reaching. A white victory could have drastically reshaped the world as we know it. Imagine a Russia stabilized under non-communist rule. The relentless cycle of purges and fear under Soviet authoritarianism might have been avoided. A different Russia could have meant different relationships with neighboring countries. Without the ideological divide of communism, the international relations landscape could have been starkly different. Now, picture the 20th century without the Soviet Union as a major player. World War II might have played out differently. The Cold War, a defining period of ideological and geopolitical tension, might not have occurred at all. A white victory in the Russian Civil War could have set in motion a ripple effect, altering the course of history in countless ways. Yet, it's crucial to remember that history is complex. It's a web of interconnected events, decisions, and circumstances. But even the most plausible alternate scenarios are not without their challenges. While fascinating, alternate history is a game of speculation. It's crucial to consider the internal divisions among the white forces, which could have hindered their ability to govern effectively. We also can't ignore the resilience of the Bolsheviks, a force that could have re-emerged despite a white victory. The broader social and economic conditions in Russia may have made a non-communist government untenable in the long run. Yet, the exercise of imagining what if allows us to better understand our own timeline. The Russian Civil War was a pivotal event in world history. Its outcomes sculpted the 20th century, shaping global geopolitics, the course of World War II, and the Cold War. We've journeyed through an alternate reality where the whites emerged victorious, a world potentially without Soviet authoritarianism, and with a stabilized Russia. But remember, history is complex, filled with uncertainties and variables. What do you think our world would look like if the whites had won? Share your thoughts and continue the conversation.